Hello, truckers and adventurers. Welcome back to SnowRunner on the Yellow Rock map in the main region. We're in Ortega, and I think we're going to start off with this treacherous ravine job I was looking at the end of last episode. The fallen SUV and the fallen trailer, well, we can probably just winch up to that and get that delivered. They don't have to go too far. The oil barrels, I don't know if I can winch to those and just drag them where they got to go or not, or am I actually going to have to get a crane, load them on up, and move them? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is to, well, get moving, get our butts up there, and see what happens here. Is there an easy way up this hill? Wait, is there a trailer? Is there something like right in this ravine? Oh, there is something that's like right there. I can see it. Let me put it in low plus going through here. I didn't know it was that close. I mean, I thought it was close, but not that close. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Oh, all my buttons I had to reset all my controls once again when I logged in today, and I did not reset my quick winch on my mouse pad. Just give me a second. There we go. That's better. I don't think I want to winch from the middle. I want to winch from the back, and I want to winch to that. Alright, let's just go ahead and... Let's see here. How do I want to get out of here? Man, it looks like I got plenty of room. Let's try to get the... Looks like a Hummer. A little bit closer to me. Can I get up this steep hill hauling that is the question. Well, there's the trailer. I got a decent amount of fuel still in the Tega. And the tankers are not that far, but they're not close either. But let's see if we can get this job done here. High gear might be a little bit too much. Wait a minute. We did so good coming up the hill, but once I get on the road, I can't move forward? Can we turn on the engine? The engine is broken. Alright. So I can drag it up a steep hill, no problem, but the second I get on the road, if we can call it a road, this is the speed that we go at. Lovely. We'll get it there. Now, if we can't get the oil barrels here, at least we'll get the SUV and the trailer over here. Don't know if I'm going to have to repair it or not. The wheels are not even turning on the SUV. But you would think if I could drag it up the hill as easy as we did, once we get on a flatter surface, you'd think I'd be going a little bit smoother, but no. Alright, a little bit more forward momentum is always nice. We have run the Hummer a few times in this series, and honestly, no, I don't have all the upgrades for it, but yeah, it has not performed that well for me. Alright, let's go ahead and detach from that. We'll ruin this guy's barbecue right here. Now let's go get the scout trailer. We pass that on the way up through. I wonder if I can just drag that. Sorry, I'm just looking at the oil barrels down there. I wonder if I can attach to this trailer. It's a scout trailer. Why did the engine stall there? I have no idea. Attached trailer, not really an option. But we can do this. Oh, what is with this road? The second I get in this road, it's like, yeah, you can't pass through here. And you think if I've been through it once with these type of tires and the Hummer went through here, that we would have compacted and removed enough snow to make it a little bit more passable. Oh, did the trailer upright itself? It did. Trying to think if all of my episodes of SnowRunner, if I ever tried to use the winch, tying it to cargo. I don't know if I have or haven't. Okay, this said cargo management. I was having a look to see if I could do anything with it. But nope, we can't. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll go to the first one. And if we can't do anything about it, then, well, we'll leave the Tega there and we'll figure something else to do. I might actually go back and start working on the watchtower, which is like in the center of the map. We got the medium logs up there. And I don't quite remember exactly everything that we need to bring over to that watchtower, but we got a few more trips to make for sure. So we could go back working on that. Am I close enough to possibly... yeah, so the answer is no, you can't winch to cargo, which kind of sucks. My cable's long enough because I can reach the tree behind there. So, yeah, that's not going to work. Let me go ahead and turn off this engine. So I'm going to need something with a crane or something like that to lift it on up. So there are the oil barrels. What do I actually have on the map that will... I have the International... That has a maintenance trailer on it, so that's not going to work. The Pacific 512... which is way over here. What is actually... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not going to work either. The A&K, which is now over here, which that does not have a crane on it. The Varangrad does. Does my Forester... I think that just has it for logs. That type of crane will not work, though. I don't think that will work. But that'd be kind of interesting for sure. So that's not going to get up there. So I don't really have anything to go ahead and pick it on up currently, other than the Varangrad. So yeah, let's not get involved in that. So we're going to switch jobs. I think it's Yellow Rock Forestry, and is it? Nope, not that one. Is it Ice Watch? Alright, start tracking. So I already got the medium logs up here. Now I need wooden planks. I need 4 of them. How many wooden planks are over here? 5. Okay, my fuel tankers are there. I still need to bring that one back. Where's my Varan? There's the ANK. Oh, the Varangrad is over here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Well, I can go out and get some fuel. Yes. Let's go ahead and do that. So the Varangrad, let's jump into that. That's at the power tower that we repaired. What time of day is it? It's getting kind of late. Let's go ahead and fast forward to the morning hours. Did I get my lights? Yes, okay. My lights are hotkeyed. If anyone does know, because it happens to be quite often, every time I log into SnowRunner, sometimes half my keys I got to remap again. And then like today, absolutely everything had to be reset. So I'm not too sure why my settings keep doing what they're doing. I have no idea why they do that. Try to get out of that rocky mess that we're in. Turn ourselves around. Now, really what I could do for the job that we were just doing, I don't need to bring the semi-trailer up to where we're at. I could just bring the Varangrad up there and use the crane to load it into the back of the Taiga. And then deliver them on up there. So it's not that far out of the way. So we'll go out, top ourselves off with some fuel. Yeah, I kind of forgot about... Although when I was loading the game, I was thinking I got to get the ANK and the empty fuel tanker back to the other map and sell the trailer. But then when I logged in and saw none of my key bindings were set, I'm like, oh. So I got to start the day by spending 15 minutes mapping all my keys, my shifting and all that kind of stuff. I kind of forgot about the fuel tanker. It's not that big of a deal. It'd just be nice to get the ANK back on the other map and also just get that fuel tanker out of here. Okay, let's put it in the low. Let's put on diff lock. And no. Every time I try to figure out which way I want to go with this passageway, I always seem to get stuck somewhere, more times than not. Is that little tree going to hold me? For the most part, it did. I did see that there are 2 stages to this job. But I didn't really see what I had to deliver on the second stage. Just worry about getting the planks up there today, I guess. It's going to be a little bit of a journey to get across the map and all the way up to that warehouse. Actually, I'm trying to think now. I probably actually have enough fuel to get to the fuel station. Why not fuel up at the tankers, you may ask? Well, if I can keep that amount of fuel in a tanker, I'd rather do so, because that does not refill on its own. But the fuel station always has plenty of fuel. Yeah, I reckon we can get to that fuel station all right. So he says. All right, low plus. Let's throw diff lock on. And once again, I'm surprised I'm getting over that as easily as we did. We're not taking that road to the right because there's another rocky situation I have to get around. Don't want to deal with that. So we'll take this lovely little, I guess we can call it a shortcut. I think we'll be passing our lovely little Jeep, our Marshall. We delivered a scout trailer down here not long ago. Yep, parked right over there. Looks like it's got some fuel on the roof rack, which is good to know. Doesn't look like a whole lot of fuel, but if I do need it somewhere and just get by for a little bit. Alright, and then we go to the left. Turn off all-wheel drive, don't really need it. So, wooden planks, I think it's one slot per cargo, is it not, for the wooden planks? Sound like the long planks that we did on the other map not long ago, which took up 4 cargo spots. I always go through this warehouse. I'm trying to think of if I've taken anything out of there yet. Not sure if I have. I always feel like going through here that one of these days I'm going to tip over. Don't know why, but although it didn't seem like it was that steep of an angle coming on in as I remember it being. We're headed for that up arrow. That's where our wooden planks are. This is where we crossed the river last episode to get our Tega across and start. Well, we had to get the water samples for one. Then, of course, today we started that job of getting the SUV and the trailer to where it needs to be. Am I really getting... What am I stuck on? I have never gotten stuck here before. Alright, so still 115 liters of fuel, so we should make it to the fuel depot. Unless something weird happens. As far as I know, at least for a truck like this, I don't want to be taking a shortcut trying to go up and over the hill. I do remember the first time I was over on this part of the map and I tried to get up to that warehouse. I think we tried to go up in our scout vehicle up that incline right there and didn't work out too well for me. Doesn't seem like the ground is covered with as much snow as I remember over here. But I'm pretty sure it's always been like this. I'm pretty sure the snow does not melt and then come back here and there. Alright, gotta be careful going around this corner here. They can get kind of bouncy, and the front of the truck gets kind of light. And when that happens, well, you don't steer as well as you would think you should. So when we get back out to the main road, the warehouse is off to the right, but of course we are going down to the fuel depot and top off with some fuel. And I'm hoping with topping off the fuel that, you know, should get us up to the tower all right. But then I'll want to drive down, drop off the trailer, and then get the Varangrad up to where the Tega is and start loading up those fuel cargoes. I'm not going to go up and over the hill right here because there's a guardrail there. If I was just in a single vehicle, not hauling a trailer, maybe I'd go up and over. But it's not like we're going that far out of our way currently. Alright, all downhill from here. Let's just be a little bit careful because the road's a little slick. And what we'll do is we'll turn around, then fuel up. Get pointed in the right direction at least. Not gonna make the corner. Alright, give me the fuel, please. Thank you. And I'll be on my way. And then maybe we'll go back to the tower a different way. I can go over the bridge that's right here. I think that's going to be the best route. I am hoping these wooden planks are just one space per, which means I can grab all four. And easy around the corner. We don't need to be hitting that barrier too hard. Or at all, actually. Alright. Cargo management. Nope, not bricks. Wooden planks. Wooden planks, just making sure. Alright. And then I think what I'm going to do, because we are going up here, we're going to cut across the bridge. And then somewhere in there, we're going to go along here. Then I'm just going to mark it like there. Hopefully my memory can serve me correctly once I get there, what side of the river and where we need to be. Alright. Thought I could get around that, but apparently not. And actually, since we're going right past the fuel station again, I mean, I have used currently 15 liters, so by the time I get down there, maybe use 20, 25. May not sound like a whole lot, but sometimes that's all you need, right? Easy now, we don't need to be knocking off all this cargo. Alright, we should be able to just do a drive-by. And then get this thing turned around here. Now, of course, driving along this icy river that we're going to be approaching here in a little while, we have done it in the... I know I'm going to call it this the Titan, because I can't pronounce what it's really called. But that's the one that transports the logs. Yeah, we had the logs in the back and went across the icy river pretty darn well, and you would think that would be rather heavy. So maybe we'll have the same situation with this, although this might be a tad bit heavier. Alright, so I think this is where I need to be turning. Although my marker is a little bit off. And I'm pretty sure that's all on me for having it that far off. Let's put it in low plus. Do I need diff lock? We'll put diff lock on. That may help us out. Oh, that's helping out greatly. Hey, is this alright, park and brake. Yeah, I'm not quite going where I wanted to go. Yeah, this is a turn I need, though. Alright. I got no weight on the front, so she doesn't want to turn. And that tree is not going to let me push it over. Of course not. I have grown very fond of this Varangrad because it does rather well in the mud and does all right in the snow. Just like, but I mean, as for snow, it does just as well as any other vehicle that I have. Alright, and this is where we turn and go up the river. Up the river without a paddle is the way I'm probably going to feel here in a little while. So, I mean, we don't really want to go into the river. We want to be on the river bank. And try not to run into any trees that don't give way. Actually, I just remembered. Actually, if I went further down the road before I came up the river, I think there is a road that comes out further on down, which would have been better suited for what I'm doing. Well, here we are. We're here anyways. I say, I hope that tree is one I can just run right over. Yeah, there's the, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna cut across here. There's the spot where I grabbed the medium logs before. I think I am gonna cut across here and try to get to the road. It's just through here somewhere. If I just took the road that I was on, it would have brought me right to this spot here, I do believe. Well, this is a little questionable, but let's see if I can get around this. I don't like going on the edge of this ice. Let's hope I don't fall through too far. I'm going to put diff lock on going through this. And we made it to Yellow Rock. Now it's got to get up to the top of the hill. And there is a couple of switchbacks I got to go across, but shouldn't be that difficult, I would think. I'm not talking about difficult because it's hard to get grip with these tires. It's going to be more so because I got myself a trailer. We're taking tight corners. I thought these switchbacks were a little bit tighter than this. This is more than doable. And we can see the Titan right here, so that means we have made it to the drop-off point. And I just need to get the cab of the Vronggrad in there. Can I sneak it here? Is this going to be close enough? It is. Oh, those are my lights. Park and brake would be good. Cargo management, and then... So, service parts, fuel, and vehicle spare parts. Well, right at this warehouse, what do we have here? Service spare parts. So I can get unlimited spare parts here. So now I just need fuel. I think there's 2 vehicle spare parts here is what it's saying to be on the supply trailer. And I do believe I got... Okay, so the International is there. I wonder if that's got a trailer hitch on it. And that would lead to fuel. I can't use the fuel that I'm going to go... Oh, there's fuel up here. Well, I could only have grabbed one anyways. I was thinking, man, I should have grabbed it when I was up there, but I need 2. I could have grabbed 1, so I wouldn't need to go back. But, oh, wait, there might be fuel. No, vehicle spare parts. Alright, so, I mean, it's not that bad at all. Not that bad at all. Okay, now I need to back out and get out of here. And what I want to do is... Sorry, just trying to figure out how I want to approach this whole setup here. I mean, you may be saying, just come on down, get the service spare parts, and bring those up, but I don't need to be doing it with this vehicle. Let's get down the hill. This is a little treacherous getting down this way. But first I gotta get off the hill. Come on, trailer. Turn the other way. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this thing around. If you know, you know. Alright, so down the hill we go. Now I came up this ravine, and it was not that... It was kind of bad, but not that bad. Let's see if we can get down this ravine. I'm worried about the front bumper getting stuck when I start going back uphill. Diff lock. That always works for the most part. Hopefully the trailer would just bounce around. Yeah, 1%. I can take 1 damage on the engine. I can live with that. Perfect. It wasn't too bad. And this should take me right to the warehouse, I do believe. And I think I'm going to drop off the trailer at the warehouse. Actually, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I'm trying to make my trips around this map count with the fuel that we have. I'm going to go ahead and put the parking brake on, and I'm going to turn the engine off here. So let me just think about this just for a moment. Because what I want to do is I want to use the Varangrad and the crane to come up here and get the oil barrels on the Taiga to deliver up here. Alright, so what I should do is actually bring the trailer with me. All the way up until I cross the river and then drop the trailer off like right in here. And then I can take the Taiga to come over along the riverbank and grab the oil barrels there. I'm going to need to top off with some fuel though. So I should do that. 42%. Let me do that later on. Do I actually have a trailer hitch here? I do. Alright, so what I want to do is we just want to go ahead and mark this. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and fast forward because it's nighttime-ish. Let's go to morning. And I forgot what this is. Vehicle spare parts? I think I'm going to go grab. If I can. Let's put on all-wheel drive. See if I can bring these out. But that does not help. Oh, man. It happens that quickly to you in SnowRunner, doesn't it? And this is not an autonomous wench on here, so that's going to have to stay there until I either bring something over to upright myself or recover it back to the garage on the lowlands. I've been down that hill like, I don't know how many times, but this vehicle is a little top heavy. Well, so much for just going up over the hill and see if I can grab those right away. Oh, man. Alright, let's get rid of that. Well, here's the ANK. Well, let's go. Oh, wrong buttons. There we go. So I'm going to bring this back out. What I think we're going to do is I'm going to load up with where the Varangrad is. We're going to load up with those materials and bring it on up, and then eventually I can bring the ANK back with the fuel tanker. Now, I'm not that far from going over and helping out where I just tipped over. But I don't want to go back to the scene of the crime right now. I just want to move along. When I bring something back out over there to grab that material, I may upright it, or I just may recall the vehicle, honestly. Don't know yet. Alright, this time I'm going to go down into the ravine, which most of the time does pretty well. I just get nervous coming down here. You got to be kidding me. Okay. As I'm rubbing my forehead, I'm trying to think, all right, now what there, smart Alec? Now what's your plan? Because most of your vehicles are pretty much not in the position where they need to be. I do got the Cat, which is over here, but that's only got 6% fuel into it, so that's not going to work. International's on its side, the ANK is on its side. I really don't want to bring the Varangrad out here just to upright that. I do got the Con. Alright, let's jump into this. I can use this as a recovery vehicle. I can probably upright the ANK and then eventually go back out and rescue that. But along the way, we'll top off with some fuel. Going as planned. Boy, this one seems to be bouncing around quite a bit. Now make sure the roof rack has got plenty of fuel on it as well. I mean, when I go past the Cat truck that's out there slow on fuel, I could top it off. Well, no, I don't want to say top it off. But give it the fuel that I do have on this Marshall. So I can go up there and maybe rescue 3 vehicles with this one. Alright, so the question is, can I get over the rock without having any issues here? At least this vehicle does have the autonomous winch on it, so if I roll over, I can upright myself here. Yeah, we're just about out of fuel in this, but not for long. I mean, we got the roof rack too, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright. Refuel, yes. Yes. Also, roof rack. Oh, that needs, yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, Marshall, you're on a rescue mission. But I do know, I don't that this thing is not the greatest in the snow at all. So this could be a long journey out here for this Marshall. Just put it in high gear so there's no shifting. We want to keep our momentum up at all times. Come on, Marshall, you can do it. Thing is, with the autonomous winch, I don't think the cable is really that long. Alright, I think I got to go over the top. Only because I don't really have a whole lot of room down in that ravine. It's like a hole and a half right there. Don't think diff lock is going to help me out too much. Nope, trying to attach to... Thank you. Just to give myself a little bit of assistance. This might be a tall task for this thing. Because I gotta back up uphill. Okay, put diff lock on as well. Come on, ANK. There you go. That a boy. Alright, so one done. Maybe it's just working out in my favor that this all happened, because this cat truck has been sitting out here for a while. So now when I go by it, I can give it enough fuel to maybe get out to the intersection where the tankers are, but if not, it'll get it a little bit closer. This is a game that you really, when you're driving, you really gotta, I don't want to say stay focused 100% of the time, but if you're not really focused and really paying attention to the angles and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't take long to flip over, as I have showcased here in the last 10 minutes. Alright, we're going to throw... I don't know if I should throw all the fuel into the cat that I have. Don't think so. I think I'm just going to give it like 40 or something like that. Just to move it along. Target is the caterpillar. There we go. Roof rack. Alright, it's going to take most of it. That's all I want to give it, honestly. I want to leave a little bit in the Marshall. I'm not worried about the Marshall running out of fuel out here that much. I would like to keep the Marshall on this map. I don't want to run it completely out and then have to recover it over to the garage in the lowlands. There we go. Get on some mud and dirt, please, so we can gather up some speed. So we got the A&K uprighted. We got the cat truck with some fuel into it. And is this an international that's out here? I think so. We'll go get this one uprighted. And at least try to end the episode with the majority of my vehicles ready to go for next time. Am I going? I think I'm going the correct way, am I not? Yeah, we're rolled over here. Don't want to be taking too many shortcuts with a Marshall because that means going through a lot of snow. And we can see it doesn't handle that well in it. Sound like a splish splash. I was taking a bath. Kind of a puddle. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'm leaving myself enough fuel. Yeah, those look like regular trailers that this international should be able to hook up to. But yeah, I don't think I'm leaving myself enough fuel in the Marshall to get back to the fuel tankers. But that'll be something I mean, rescuing 3 vehicles and sacrificing one, being the Marshall, out here, that's going to be worth it now. I don't know. This truck is going to be rather heavy. I don't know if the Marshall's going to have it in it to upright it, but we'll see. All right, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, just doing the winch, that's going to pull me backwards. Let's put it in low. Let's put diff lock on. I think that's just a little bit too much. Alright, maybe I get it off the hill and more on some flat ground. Yeah, that truck is just way too heavy for this vehicle. I mean, I am moving it, but not nearly enough. I mean, if I can get it more in the flat ground, I think I might have a chance to roll it back over. Oops, she's sliding a little bit faster. Okay, and then now it's not. Yeah, if I can get the at least the International like on its side just a tad and get the engine running, I might be able to winch it to something to get me upright. That's all I really need to do. But if I change vehicles, I think the winch on the Marshall will detach from that. Yeah, we're just about out of fuel in the Marshall. And I don't have much more in the roof rack. Alright, let's go ahead and target is the con, roof rack. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot there. Give it one more try here, but well, I think it's safe to say that this is a no-go trying to flip it over. Although the wheels are turning on that. Okay, so I can't drag it, but I can winch it forward. I'm going to use every drop of fuel I have in this Marshall. What I'm trying to do now is I want to get the top end on an uphill slope a little bit. Okay, not something like that, but you can see it was starting to tilt on its own. And now with the Marshall not having to back uphill as much, now we can end the episode. There we go. That's we're good. We're good now. We're all set. All three vehicles that we came out here to rescue, well, right now they're currently in rescue state. They're all set. The Marshall, on the other hand, well, that's a little bit low on fuel. I mean, I wonder how much fuel is in the International. That's a service vehicle, but maybe I could dump some fuel into the Marshall to help get it out. Then I might be low on fuel, so yeah, it's kind of a catch-22 right there. But anyways, I think this is a good spot to probably say that's where we need to end it. But if you made it this far in the video and you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button. Helps out the channel more than you know. And if you haven't done so already and you're thinking about doing so, please do hit subscribe as well. But anywho, this is where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in SnowRunner. But until then, have a good one.